started out with karate, like kickboxing, just like this in a garage with a friend of mine, Richie Shaw in Waukegan, and Richie was pretty good. Went on Taekwondo guy, went on to study, ended up studying with Chuck Norris a little bit, but then he got, Rich was an intense guy. We used to play around in the garage. Long story short, always in backyard stuff. And went to some of the formal schools, but my dad wouldn't pay for it, not going to let you do it, you know, and all that stuff. So a few years ago, about 10 years ago, Bill was at a party. He was showing blue blood to some people, doing stuff, and I had done some in Chicago when I was working for the bank. The guy was a JKD guy. William Mendoza, called him he was he did Paul's system too. He kept trail as a boxer in the Marine Corps, so we were boxing a little bit, and he tied me up and locked me up. Long story short, Bill, he's doing blue blood. He does it real fast one day. I said, I haven't worked out for a couple of weeks. I'm still getting surgery on my legs. So at the time, I was just starting to get injured. He showed it. We went in. He did the blue blood. And I didn't know any more than that. I just had done a little bit. Bill went pretty fast. And I said, yeah. He looked at me and goes, you know that? I go, a little bit, man. And he goes, then he did it to again. And I'm like, hey, man, I haven't done anything. And Bill looks at me and goes, why did you quit? I said, because I'm injured. He goes, that's no excuse. So that's how it started. So working with Bill, I had kind of been prelude to Paul's system, you know, the system we're studying. And Paul's system is so great, and I love, you know, we have our rat, we come down the middle, but Paul's golden goose, right? The golden goose, it teaches you to, you know, there's this system, that system, we use a little bit of the Chi Sao, we'll use some Wing Chun or some Tai Chi, or something in there when we come in. Well, I kept going through that, and I kept, and Bill had the Silat stuff that was there. In particular, the Thoreau brothers, who developed, in this case, Pat Vick, did Kenkat Silat Sarai, which comes out of the Enciano Academy. And I don't know that, and that's what kind of kept coming back to me, because the old karate stuff, you're kind of in a box. You don't have the angles. So what I found out from that, and just looking at it, was I like that inside work. And what it is it's a structure. It's learning to balance yourself like karate and that, but also getting the angles. You know, you're getting the angles in there. You see how I move my hands? I don't really do it. But like one of their first systems that they start out is their structure is I'm going to do this right? Yeah, they're coming in. I got to do this again. So it's on my film. So they'll come in and they'll just watch. I'm just going to show you a couple of things.
Don't worry, we can always edit.
Yeah, we can edit. So I haven't done this for a while. So, boom, boom, boom. And what they're doing here, the point isn't this so much. This is part of the structure. This is the beginning structure. They're hitting, they're thrashing, they're coming. The second one is a little different. It comes up, it's here, but it's like they're in here. So if you hit me, right, and you punch, you step way wide, just like you're gonna hit a little wider. The problem is you're off structure. So what they're doing with this is they're bringing it up and they're coming in. So like we're here, now push. So I'll do it to you. You come closer this time. So if you sew it up, see, get real solid. Get your foot a little closer. See, bring it a little closer. Yeah, just come up a little bit. There you go. See how strong you are? Mm-hmm. So that's what they're looking for. So it's an inside fighting art. So the point here is we can work on these. There's actually another level of this at a higher level, and that's like with Bill and them, that they're doing the same thing, but they're kind of like, they're here, they're watching their throat. It's here. And without getting punch. So this is, okay. So they're writing. So it's all the stuff we're doing in our stuff, but they're learning to write. So we have those. So that beginning of these punches are these structures. Right? So we're getting solid, so when we're inside. Now, this is a part that I'm weak at too, is they'll come in and they'll turn. You'll see this. So when they enter, remember, see, they got that little step. They're coming here, but they're turning and they're hitting. And if Mr. Bill's always telling us about the angle, like this. It's our sticks, right? A little bit, but they have this one. So what we're doing here is here, but we're coming, setting it up. So those shifts. So going back into the drills, and then it's structure. When they say drills, they're talking about having that solid base. So now, like we were talking about one, so we have this third. We're going to use this first one and see what we can do. So he punches, and because that's the other part of this. Remember I went like this? I'm closer. From here. See this? It's an entry too. Boom. So we're in here, we're thrashing in here, and now we come here. Now, with this, there's counters here, but you want to get this structure here. You feel that? It's downward. See, it's downward. I'm just going to turn. So I'm keeping my structure. I'm staying in the same position. So downward, right, and come back. Yeah. Did you feel it down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
The whole time.
Yeah. So let me switch off for a second. So we're in here on this first attitude. You're going to punch. We're sitting here. So you're in here. Boom. You're getting it here. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm a little wide, but I'm just turning. You feel it?
Yeah.
So I'm now just going to take a baby step and down. And we can find that these are like the first one. And you have your tools here. You punch or your locks. You have those. Okay. So that attitude, you notice we have, when they do these things, they're punching from here. It's kind of a stocking type of system. What they're doing is they're hiding it. This is also hiding the punch, right? So that's the principle is they're stocking on this. It's more an assertive attack. So in the second one, I haven't done this for a while. The second